Hey guys, my name is Haley Parente and today I'll be teaching you guys how to set up a dive tank. So today our three equipment that we'll be using is our dive tank, our BCD jacket, and our regulator. So first off, our first step is to ensure that our o-ring is tightly secured inside on the valve. Secondly, after checking for our o-ring, we're going to ensure that our tank has air. We're going to slightly open it. Once we know that our tank has air, we're going to take our BCD, we're going to take our tank band, and we're going to secure it into place. When securing your BCD, you ensure that our BCD is secured onto our tank. Our hard pack has to be in line with the valve from the tank. So once you've strapped on your jacket to your tank, you're going to lift it up just to ensure that it's tightly secured and it doesn't slip off while you're diving. So our third step, we'll be using our third equipment here, which is our regulator. What this consists of is your two regulators that you have, and then we have our low pressure and high pressure hose. What you're going to do is, first you unscrew your thumb screw, and you're going to release your dust cap. Keep in mind that your dust cap is an essential part for your regulator. It prevents any dust or any salt air to enter into the regulator, since the salt air could be capable of corroding it. So what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that the round lever inside of your regulator is in line with the o-ring that we checked earlier. Again, once that is in line, you go ahead and you screw it in. You don't want to screw on too tight, as once the tank is on, the air and the pressure of the water will secure that into place. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to connect our low pressure hose on the regulator to the low pressure hose on the jacket. What you're going to do is, since the low pressure hose has somewhat of a hydraulics on it, you're going to push that back, but once connecting it, you push forward, making sure that there is a click. Once that clicks, you know that it's perfectly secure. Your next step is to turn on the dive tank. When turning on the dive tank, you want to make sure that your high pressure hose is facing the inside of the jacket. We do this just in case if the pressure releases too fast, it can break the glass, and you want to avoid any injuries as possible. So you slowly open the tank. Once you've done that, you open it all the way. Check your high pressure hose just to make sure that there is enough pressure in the tank. Here on our high pressure hose, it has two gauges. Your pressure gauge, which tells you how much pressure is in the tank, and on the top you have your depth gauge, which tells you how deep you are. Again, what we're going to do now is we're going to inflate the jacket, making sure that there's no holes. And again, we're going to do that by using our low pressure hose. Here we have our inflate button that's on the bottom and our deflate button that's on the top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hold down the inflate button and we're going to inflate the jacket. Again, you just want to make sure that there's no holes and that the jacket is functioning properly. Once we've done this, we're going to deflate the jacket, again using our deflate button. When deflating our jacket, you want to make sure that the low pressure hose is straight upwards, because this ensures that all the air is going to be released from the jacket. Once you've released all the air from the jacket, your next step is to check your regulators. Here we have two regulators. Our first one is your primary regulator and your buddy regulator. Your buddy regulator is used in cases where someone or a dive partner runs out of air or is low on air. You're able to share with them. So first off, on your primary regulator, you have your mouthpiece, your exhaust, and your purge button. Before you use your regulator, you're going to purge, making sure that you cover the mouthpiece just to get any excess dirt or particles or even water that may be stuck inside. Once you've purged it, you're going to take a few breaths, making sure that it functions properly as well. Once you've done that, you're going to do the same step with your buddy regulator. Again, you just want to cover the mouthpiece, charge just to get rid of any water that may be inside, and you breathe from it. Okay, so now that we've ensured that our regulators are working properly, we're going to the clips that are found on our jacket. So for our release clips, you have two of them, one on your left and one on your right. They're also known as your pinch clips, which is easier for you to release your jacket. And then we have our waistband. First, we have our Velcro. You want to secure this in place just right enough. It doesn't want to be too tight or too loose. Again, we have our waist clip, but before connecting it, you want to make sure that your gauge is tucked underneath. This avoids it from dragging onto the seafloor and damaging the corals. Once you've done that, you'd want to go back to your regulator, more in specific your buddy regulator, and you want to tuck that in also into the strap. Again, this avoids it dragging on the seafloor. Once you've tucked in everything, you go ahead and you connect your chest clip, which is your last step. Just a rerun of what we did here today. We made sure that our tank was full, our regulators functioned properly. We connected the low pressure hose to our BCD, and then from there we ran our test on the jacket to make sure that all the equipment functioned properly. That's it for today, guys. I hope after watching this video you guys learned how to set up a dive tank.